Half a day, everybody. Good morning. Dr. James, thank you very much for some great inspirational remarks for setting the context of the work or the fun that is going to occur in this room today. And thank you also for assuming and agreeing to take part of the leadership of this great department that enables so many partnerships throughout the island. You know, we do have a lot of work ahead of us, but I'm here to really celebrate and recognize the work that is ongoing that in many ways is rooted in each of you. And everybody that is here involved in programs has this inner desire to try and help others. And it could be motivated by different things. Some of you may have been able to overcome some personal barriers in your life. Maybe you've seen family members that have got into a lot of trouble, maybe some bumps in the road. Maybe you have lost people that were talented, people that were just so full of promise and lost them to drug abuse and homelessness, or worse yet, to the criminal justice system or the juvenile justice system. Some of you are innovators. Actually, maybe everybody here might be an innovator. And the work that you're doing, not only in the government, but really in the private sector, in the non-government organizations, in the National Guard, and all the different areas should be noticed. And I really think that as a community, the biggest advantage for today's convening is to understand and learn what are the opportunities that all the different groups and programs are bringing to the table. Not every kid is the same, right? Some children flourish in sports settings. Some people could flourish in sports settings if they had that encouragement and stability in their household. Some of them may be so disconnected from who they are as a culture. And we know that having those strengths, cultural connections, the ability to recognize and be proud of where you came from is very much an empowering tool for students and children to overcome the complexities of life here in 2024 and beyond, right? We have social media and we have so much cyberbullying going on, but we also have 988 now. And we also have folks that are out there doing some education and outreach to let people know, students know, even adults know, that if they need help, there are people that are willing to help. And I think many people, and sometimes students, they don't know. When I speak to kids in classes, I always ask them to be kind. You might not know, and it's kind of true. Remember Dr. Kenny Bourgeois, you shall never know, what was it? You shall never know all the good a smile could do. It's so true. It is so true. You probably have been there before. You're having a terrible day. You're going into school, kind of dreading it. Somebody smiles at you, all of a sudden, you know, you're like, wow, I'm getting this reaffirmation. There's a lot of kids that are being victimized in their homes, some in schools. And I also talk to the students that if they know about somebody being hurt, they can help by saying something. And for the folks that are working in the school system, either as teachers, the mandatory reports, right, we have that, the counselors, the nurses, the other parents, sometimes you can listen to what's happening by listening to what your kids are saying at school and trying to figure out what's the best way to respond. Out of all of this, I think we can find that there are so many kids that with the right kind of supports and the right kind of activities can be given the strength to overcome the realities that they're going through and be able to move past them. Some who may be lucky and fortunate to not have to deal with being victimized in places where they trust, right? That the victims get victimized in places where they're supposed to feel trust. Some of them, you're giving them the skill sets to help others. People always say that kids are very resilient. I also agree with that, but that resilience is the responsibility of our village, our community, to help give them those strengths. And I just wanted to say that I want to recognize and celebrate the great work that you're doing. I think it's awesome for you to be able to explain and maybe share your vision of what your programs are and find those commonalities and find those partnerships that are going to strengthen the work that you already have set in your mind to do. For those of you that are trying to figure out what you're going to do in life, right? Younger people, unlike the speaker and I, our parents, right, they had a single career, right? The reality is that younger people are going to have multiple careers or multiple places of work because technology and trends and things are just moving. I would just say that figure out what your passions are, understand and recognize that all the strengths you have, and continue on with whatever it is that you're gonna do. Sometimes you may find yourself maybe growing and moving to other areas in professions, but you still have that desire to help. And for those, I'd say, continue to be active and supportive of all those community organizations and friendships that are going to result in the work of our community continuing to move on. I really think that's what it's all about. So celebrating all of your accomplishments, I wanted to say on behalf of the people of Guam, thank you very much. Thank you for what you do. I hope that you will be able to recharge your batteries while you're here. I hope that you'll be able to get inspiration. I hope that you're gonna make some great friendships. And most importantly, I hope that you're gonna strengthen the bonds between you as individuals, all the areas that now you can have for referrals, right? A lot of programs are looking to help people, and this is just a great place for you to make those connections. So thank you very much, and Viva Prevention. Chicos Mas.